Good day, students. Today we are looking at logic. Logic is a branch of philosophy that is mainly concerned with the evaluation of arguments based on fundamental laws of scientific reasoning and thinking. There is an investigative tool, especially when it is realized that some truths are likely going to be hidden. So this instrument is used in some field to be able to make investigation about the truth, to unravel the truth about some things. So now we are looking at a simple statement. A simple statement is a sentence which is true or false, but it is not both. So when you talk of a simple statement, that means you can assign an answer to that statement. You can either say it is true or it is false. It is a proposition that is either true or false. For example, all men are born of women. So you realize that this is a statement. This statement can either be regarded to be true or false. Another example, all algebra is a branch of mathematics. So this is also a statement that is either true or false. Men can be pregnant. So all these are examples of statements. You can either you can say this statement is true, and you can say the statement is false. So a simple statement is a sentence which is either true or false. So there cannot be two ways to it. It's either the statement is true or false. Algebra is a branch of mathematics. You can answer if it is true. Yes, it is true. Men can be pregnant. Is it true? Men can be pregnant? No, men cannot be pregnant. So any statement that you can either assign if that statement is true or false is a simple statement. Now let's go true and false statement. A truth value of a statement is true or falsity of a statement. The truth value of a statement is the truth or falsity of the statement. To determine the truth or falsity of a simple statement, one requires a pre-knowledge or definition of the main concept related to the statement. Now, to really say if a statement is true or if a statement is false, you should have a knowledge of what the statement is talking about before you can really assign that statement is true or false. Now, for example, indicate T represent truth and F represent false for the truth value of each statement. Number 1, 51 is a prime number. Before you can really say that this statement is true or false, you must know what is a prime number. A prime number is a number that can be only be divided by 1 and itself. So now you now consider if 51 be divided by any other number. Yes, 51 can still be divided by 3. So when you divide it by 3, you are going to get 17. So that means that statement is false, because the definition of prime number states that it can only be divided by 1 and itself. 51 can be divided by 1, it can be divided by 3, it can be divided by 17. So that tells you that it is not a prime number. So that statement is false. 51 is a prime number. But before you can really say that the statement is false, it means you've got a knowledge of what a prime number should be. Another statement, a square is a rectangle. Before you can say what is a statement is true or false, you must know what a square is and what a rectangle is. a square has all the sides to be equal. But in that of the triangle, a rectangle has opposite sides to be equal. So that means there are two different shapes. So the pre-knowledge you have will make you to understand that this statement is false. So a square is a rectangle, so that statement is false. 1974 1974 in Roman numeral is MCMLXSIV. Before you can really say that this is the real value of 974, you must know how to write in Roman numeral. So your knowledge of writing in Roman numeral now help you to understand that okay, what you are having here is the real value of 1974 written in Roman numeral. So you can say that this statement is true. So before you can say a statement is true or false, you must be able to have a pre-knowledge of that statement. Now, let's go to negation of logical statements. If a statement is denoted by P, then the negation of the preposition, not P. So that means if a statement is denoted by P, then the negation of the preposition is not P. Negation is the opposite of a statement. It is denoted mathematically with this sign. So this is showing negation P, or you can denote it with this sign. So negation is the opposite of what you are talking about. Now, if the statement P is true, then the statement negation P is false. Conversely, if P is false, that means the negation is what? True. Now, let's look at how to write some sentence in negation. The negation of some sentences. Now, look at it. Owerri. If P represents Owerri is in Nigeria. So the negation of this statement is, so use this sign to represent negation. So negation of this statement is Owerri is not in Nigeria. If the statement Q is Osogbo as an international airport, the negation of this is Osogbo does not have an international airport. So you use this sign to show negation of P, the opposite of what you are talking about. So negation is the opposite of what a statement is, what you are talking about. Osogbo does not have an international airport. So that is the negation of Osogbo as an international airport. Now let's look at this. If the statement Michael is not neat is Y. Michael is not neat is Y. It means the negation will be what? The opposite of this statement, which is Michael is neat. So you can either have not neat as a statement. So the negation is the opposite of this. The other is Michael is neat. So the opposite of whatever you are talking about is the negation of the statement. Michael is not neat. So the negation of that statement is Michael is neat. Now, for your work practice, you are going to do this. Work practice, write the negation of the following statement. David is a sailor. Number 2, Joy does not understand mathematics. Number 3, 8 is greater than 15. Number 4, my father is a trader. Number 5, Mr. Jimoh is a good mathematics teacher. Please make sure you like, subscribe and comment on this video. Thank you.